So today's trade, we actually lost a funded account. It was just a 50,000 rands funded account, by the way, with Comet Capital. We're trying the new prop firm, seeing how they work. But I think because I was from trading a bigger account, I didn't account for my risk management properly, and I think I was also overconfident in my setup or my strategy. I disobeyed my rules, and that happens. That's the disadvantage of trying out new strategies every now and again. I feel you should just stick to one thing and trade that. So this strategy that I normally use indicated that yes, the market is going to sell temporarily, because my idea when I came into the market, first thing I was like, okay, look at the dollar index. The dollar index is selling. Definitely gold is going to buy today. And from the time the market opened, gold has been rallying to the upside like no man's business. So, okay, that is good. I feel like, okay, there's a possibility we might do a continuation buy to the upside. And the unfortunate part is I was stubborn about that. I think I was looking for buys more than I was looking for sells, despite my strategy telling me we're going to have a temporary retracement before we do a continuation to the upside. So this is how I should have taken the trade initially. So London opened. When the London market opened, we waited for the 15-minute candle to close. Okay, so this is under the 5-minute. These are 3 candles. So this was the first candle, the second candle, and the third candle. Okay, so 2 things involved. If it closes below, then we're going to do a continuation of sales. Okay, and the other added advantage that I should have seen was this here. Okay, because the market is failing to break this level here. Okay, let me mark it out properly. This level here, I should have had confirmation enough to say, hey, if anything happens to this level, if we close below this level, then definitely this is gonna sell off kinda of a bit. But you know, when you're hellbound with something in your head, or if we do go above this zone, because this was the current high, then we can consider our continuation bias of buyers. But I threw all that outside the window. I think I was too confident, and that will affect you as a trader. Always follow your rules no matter what. Even if your intuition is telling you otherwise, follow your rules, because at the end of the day, you would say, I followed my rules regardless of how the trade play out. So let's hit the next candle. Next candle didn't break above. As you can see, it wicked above but didn't break above. Next candle, and that as well. So this was the breakout candle on the 5-minute time frame. Okay, so my thing should have been go on a 1-minute time frame, wait for that retest, or I should have set a sell stop limit somewhere there. Okay, my stop loss, of course, above either this zone here or all the way above there, and my target should have been just a 1:2 is usually okay. Okay, but to be on the safer side, since this is a mild retracement, I think your stop loss should be fairly somewhere there. Okay, always remember that, because we were going against the trend. So 1:2 should be somewhere there. Yeah, so we were going against the trend if we were selling. Okay, because everything pointed out buys, but in this moment, this wasn't the right time to buy unless we broke these highs, right? So this is how you could have taken this trade. Next candle, as you can see, it came back to retest inside the zone though, but we were still on the safer side. As you can see, market did it came back for the second retest on this spot here. Okay, you could have even waited for that one, and eventually market hit stop loss, take profit, sorry, came back. As you can see, this would have taken your take profit. Okay, so my dumbass, I'm gonna call myself that, is I figured I went on the higher time frame. This is how I took this trade. I should have taken it like this. I'm showing you on how you could have taken it, but here's the mistake that I made. Okay, my first look was, let me delete all this. So let's just go back to, I think, the current candle. Yeah, so the market is deleted. My thing should have been this, how I should have traded this whole market, right? The market is currently there. So if, when we go to the higher time frame, right, the 4-hour time frame, at the time of this trade, the London Open, I should have considered this other thing. Quite alright, yes, the market did close out this gap here that it opened. Okay, this was the first thing I should have also looked at. Say, okay, look, my guy, there's this gap that the market is probably targeting. This could be the next, even if the market doesn't print out your perfect candle. Let me go back to the 1 hour, right, so that we get a proper glimpse of this. So mistakes do happen. It's part of trading. You just have to understand that, oh, okay, this is what the market does. So this was the close of that gap in the morning. Then the market pushed up, and what did it do? It broke this previous zone. Okay, we definitely were to expect a retest in this zone. Okay, so by the time I was buying, I looked at these candles saying, okay, there's a bullish momentum. Definitely we might just create a wick on this candle, because I was tackling this candle. Let me zoom it in. Okay, the time I was trying to enter a trade, it was this candle. So I was expecting, okay, if we do create a wick and then there's that continuation, we're expecting our highs as far as that. That was the initial thing that I looked at. I didn't balance out the other confluences that I should have taken. I should have put an account to say, look, we might do a retracement first, then a continuation. All that I threw out of the window. I don't know. I can make up all the excuses in the book, but the truth of the matter is I did not follow my rules on this trade, and that is a lesson learned. It happens. It's part of trading. Some days, because you've consumed different information about trading, you might look at the market in a different limelight. So here comes the danger of having a lot of things. That's why we always say too much knowledge is poison when it comes to Forex. Some traders look at things different, others look at things different. So every time you look at the chart, your perception is different, especially if you've consumed a lot of knowledge as far as strategy wise. That's why we always say just stick to one thing. That some days it won't work, some days it will, but every day look at the market the same. Have a checklist that you sit it next to you, say, okay, has this made up, has this made up? Once all those rules are met, then you're good to go, other than jumping from one strategy to another. So I figured I would document this so you guys learn from my mistake as well. Otherwise, always remember, a paper day keeps poverty away.